Hundreds of people flooded City Hall chambers in Austin, Texas late last night and told stories about getting sick at work. Ad policy. One woman spoke about having a heart attack and then returning to her job at a corporate hotel chain the day after she was released from the hospital. She went back to work, she said, because she needed the money. One restaurant employee spoke about taking 4 days off work after getting the flu. He said he blew through his savings to do so. 3. Another woman spoke of the guilt and anxiety workers feel when they have to choose between staying home with a cold or going to work and potentially infecting their coworkers and their clients. 4. Testimonials like these went on late into the night. They were meant to convince city officials that the time had come for a universal paid sick leave policy in Austin. And the politicians listened. Early on Friday morning, by a 9-2 margin, the city council voted to make Austin the first municipality in the southern United States to mandate that all businesses within its borders provide paid sick leave to their employees. 5. Gregorio Casar, the young progressive city council member who introduced the bill, says the city's new paid sick leave ordinance will provide first-time protections to more than 200,000 workers in Austin, allowing them to take 6 to 8 paid sick days off each year. 6. Not only did we pass the first paid sick leave policy in a southern city, not only did we pass the first paid sick leave policy in the state of Texas, but it is also one of the most progressive of the 40 or so paid sick leave policies that exist across the country, says Casar. It guarantees every single worker in the private sector paid sick days, regardless of the size of the business or nonprofit you work for. 7. After the bill passed in the early morning hours, supporters in the crowd at City Hall broke into a spontaneous rendition of the old Union song Solidarity Forever. The tune was a fitting touch. Austin's new paid sick leave policy was the result of a months-long campaign led by a coalition of workers and immigrants' rights groups. The coalition, called Work Strong Austin, included members like Unite Here, Fight for 15 and the Workers' Defense Project, a statewide group that advocates for workers and immigrants. The coalition started its work last Labor Day, launching a campaign that included door-to-door canvassing, phone banking, social media advertisements, signature gathering and more. 8. Most popular one special investigation, the dirty secret behind Warren Buffett's billions. 2. How Trump is undermining the fight against mass shootings. Warriors coach Steve Kerr speaks out against the NR. 4. House Republicans just voted to eliminate the only federal agency that makes sure voting machines can't be hacked. 5. After I lived in Norway, America felt backward. Here's why. We used almost any tactic you can think of in this campaign, whether it was being in the streets, at people's doors, on the phones, and in people's places of work, letting them know what was at stake, says Jose Garza, the executive director of the Workers' Defense Project. 9. As the date of the vote approached, Councilmember Casar says the campaign also received an influx of support from reproductive rights organizations like Planned Parenthood as well as the local chapter of the Democratic Socialists of America, which launched a series of canvassing drives in neighborhoods across the city. 10. On a quick Sunday canvass, DSA would get hundreds of people to contact their city council members, says Casar. It made a huge difference. 11. This vibrant grassroots organizing helped progressives overcome determined opposition from the city's business lobby, including the Greater Austin Chamber of Commerce. The National Federation of Independent Businesses, a Koch brothers-backed business group, also organized against the paid sick leave policy. 12. Cities rising. A new housing rights movement has the real estate industry running scared. Jimmy Tobias. Can cities save our reproductive rights from the grabby hands?